Hello everyone, very good morning. I Aman Kumar of MCA is here to represent my minor project, Object Oriented Programming, and my minor project is Employee Management System. Before I begin, I would like to thank our Professor Raju Upadhyay sir, who has given me this opportunity to stand over here and represent my project. Alright, so let's begin. So, as I told you, Alright, so the objective of my project is to build an employee management system where we are adding, displaying and searching for the employee. Practice of OOP, we are implementing practice of OOPS concept where we are using class inheritance virtual function and dynamic memory management. Let's begin and let's see what are the implementation and where we have implemented it. Alright, so before I begin, I would like to introduce you with the project structure. The main components are base class, derived class and the main function. As you can see, here is a small overview. Base class, class employee, this is the base class, and then we have two derived class. First is the trainee employee and second is the permanent, and then after the main structure. Inside the base class, we are having ID. We will be implementing ID, name, address, age, salary, string type, and then date of joining. These are the inputs that we will be asking from the employee. Like this is the data that we are collecting. After that, we have implemented the runtime virtual input details and then display. And then there is a runtime destructor. So this is the derived class. Inside derived class we will be having the input details and we are overriding the input details. So we are asking from the training that we will be asking the details and we will be holding all the details inside this. Let's first run the program. So this is our key features. This is the menu that will be displayed on the screen while performing the project. We are going to ask for the trainee. These are the menu. The first option is the add trainee employee. Means two types of employee, add trainee and permanent. If anyone is want to add the trainee employee, and second menu is for the permanent employee. Then we are going to display all the employees or we are going to search the employee by ID, and the last option is exit. Let's see the program, let's see the project, and then after we can discuss. Alright, so here is my program code. Okay, so as you can see, employee management system, the same menu as I have discussed. Right now we are going to enter the details. Let's add a trainee employee. So we will be begin with menu option 1. Now we are going to enter the employee ID. Let's see, employee name, employee address, age, and the salary. Let's see, it's 12 LPA. Date of joining, alright, so the first detail has been entered in our system and now we are going to search the detail from, let's say, search by display all the employees.
Enter at least one more record.
Alright, let's enter one more record from the permanent employee. Alright, as we have entered two datas, now we are going to display all the employee details. So we are going to enter the third option. As you can see, the total employee details as the trainee employee and the permanent employee is displayed over here. Now we are going to search the employee details by its ID. Option 4. As you can see, the ID number 1390. So this is our main program. Now I am going to explain the code, how it is working. So here, as I have explained you, this is the base class where we have asked for the ID, name, address, salary, and the same this base class will be inherited to our child class. Now why we have used virtual over here? Because we are going to allocate a runtime memory. So we are using virtual keyword, and as you can see, enter employee ID. Employee ID will be over here, and this is for ignore the leftover for the new line. Now this is menu. For the menu, we have over here display function, and we are going to display the employee ID, name, address, all these details. And then we have a virtual destructor, so that when we are allocating a memory at the runtime for the constructor, we are going to implement a destructor. This is our derived trainee employee child class, and this is for the permanent child class. Let's see for the main program how we have implemented the main program. Here we have for max employee, we are going to we can take a maximum of 100 employee details. So we have over here a const integer data type. We have took a data type, and as you can see, employee pointer, we have took a pointer type class, and this is the object of this pointer type class. And this is the do function that will ask for the details. And then we have used a switch case. This will check case 1, check case 1 check if the details enter have reached the maximum employee, that is our 100th value. If it has not reached, then it will break, है ना? If it reached, if it's not reached, then it will get into our code, and new trainee employee will be entered. And this is for the as you can see, this arrow for the runtime implementation for the memory, and the value will be counted for plus. As you enter one employee detail, you can enter the next employee details. And case 2 is for the new permanent, as we are going to take 2 types of employee. And the third case is for the 0, if no employee details. In case someone has not entered any details and it's searching for the details, then we are going to display the message over here displaying all the no employee record found. Else, if any record is found, we can display with this for what we say at runtime. If any employee detail is there, we are going to display with.
It's going to display the entire detail.
Yes.
The display detail function.
Yeah, display detail function, and then it is going to break. The fourth case, is same as I explained the fourth case right now. After the loop check, if check is I, count employee details, search ID not found. Now the fifth case is for fifth option, exiting program. Thank you. This will display the message that we need to get out of our program. And last but not the least, the cleanup of the memory. As we have entered the data, so we cannot leave the memory at runtime. So we need to clean up the memory. For this we are running and then we are going to delete all the employee details, because we are not storing the employee details to any files. We are not using file handling over here. We can add in this file handling so that we can store the employee details permanently. Alright, so this was our project. Now the important key code concept that we have used over here is inheritance derived class from employee. As I told you, there were two our child class. First was for the trainee and the permanent, then polymorphism, as I told you, virtual function that we have implemented for the runtime to the child class. Now dynamic memory, employee objective are created using new. As I told you, we have used a new employee class. And for the memory cleanup, as in the last we have seen, for deleting all employee objects at the end. So the challenges faced: managing dynamic memory manually. This is the very important thing, because as I told you, we had not stored the information in any file. So this was a challenge for me. And using virtual function correctly, because it is very important. If you are not going to use virtual function correctly, then the result may be not correct. Ensuring no memory leak at program end. If we are going to leave the program as it is and we are not going to end dynamic memory, we are not going to close it, then there will be a memory leak at the end. So I'm going to conclude. We have successfully used the basic concept of C++, practice key programming concept, learn the importance of memory management and clean coding. So this is it. And at the last, I would like to say the project was minor, but the learning was great. And through this program, I had learned how to implement all the concept that I have learned. And many challenges came, and with these challenges I have learned that how to get project compiled, and for the future references it is going to help me a lot for the major project. Thank you. I also request you all to make and implement this project. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you. If anyone is having any question, may ask. Yes.
What do you mean by virtual function?
Virtual function we are using, as I told you at the beginning, that we are going to implement memory at runtime. So for implementing memory at runtime to our project, we are using virtual keyword. And with that virtual keyword, we are having a virtual function. We are making a virtual function so that at runtime, our memory gets allocated from that name. I hope you understand.
Here I can do the little correction. Basically, the virtual function you're using to resolve your function calling at runtime,
Yes.
right? So this you also need to correct it in your concept list. Anybody else is having any other question? Yeah.
Aman, we saw in your program, you search employee details by ID. If you want to find the details by other things such as like that name or other details, then how we will find?
Then we need to implement one more case as in our project. Here we had options, we had made case. So to add any new menu, we are going to build a new case, and we need to implement it in our program. We need to add a new menu. For example, if you want to add search any employee by its name, so you are going to implement a new case over here. For that, a new procedure is going to ask like search it by name. Then we are going to implement over here by the string. It is going to search by string, and we are also going to use array in our program. So this is going to work.
I think this is solving your queries. Yes, answer.
Okay, Aman, it is really a very good effort you have put in inside the minor project.